So I lost the footage on the sound was out on the original Grimace. I might as well do some artwork on it now. The Grimace, I don't remember what I said exactly, but it's curse removal service idea, which it would still, I'm not a priest, I'm not an official of the church at all, just a theologian or really a layman maybe at this point, proposing man at 40 years old. So from the, I grew up with a little bit of history in Catholicism. So I can't remove a curse, right? But I could pray or ask or request perhaps that a curse be removed. And this is in regards to Grimace. Quick side note, whatever the dark energy was in the morning, the anger, whoever's still sending that towards me and our family, it's getting better, right? I hope it ceases and we'll be able to cherish this beautiful St. Joseph, Mother Mary family idea more, right? As I feel Dad on him. Not my left shoulder, there he is, on my left shoulder now, right? So can you see a picture of Dad over there? I get the St. Joseph over there. He is. There's his head, right? Oh. So yeah, St. Joseph, Mother Mary for us all. And if that means anything, the good faith, other faiths as well, and holy matrimony. Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever holiday may be missing, happy holidays. But Merry Christmas comes first to me. Over here in the States or whatever that's about to our family. So if that's, you could just leave in peace, right? I hope. Curse removal service, when if I'm out of line by the church, if that's wrong, I don't think so. It's a gospel idea in regards to gluttony and the grimace, which is, once again, grim, as I Googled it, thanks to Google, is a word, I should Google it again. Grim definition.
Grim.
Forbidding or uninviting. Almost like at the start of Genesis, stay away from that tree. It's literally death, so it could be in relation to drugs, highly addictive food, gluttony, fast food does come to mind here. And when I say grimace, I would imagine many American people and many, many more may understand what I mean by grimace. Where I like Grimace, he was a big purple sandwich-eating dude, but you don't want to be a Grimace. You don't want to be under the curse of the Grim Ace, or the Grimace, which is a gluttony curse, really. It's and you don't want that male or female. And if anyone, I wish that on in family or across the board, you don't want to trigger anybody with that, calling them that as well, or any other derogatory gluttonous name. I hope to relieve you of that curse one way or another. If I may do that, or the priest could just see this video and bless the idea, or whatever that means. I could actually do artwork on it, and I'm even going to do digital graphic art on it now, and hopefully a prayer. If there's a good prayer against gluttony in the right direction of where I'm going with this, please let me know. Grimace. So, and nothing against the corporation where I've worked for Taco Bell as an older man, and that gets you in the right direction of work. As you see our president at this point working, and that's beautiful. It's falling victim to the gluttony of it and the addictiveness of the fast food, and then lowering your confidence, your own self-love, if somebody calls you a grimace or lays the grim ace on you. It's just, it's hard. It's a grim ace. It's not good. Where an ace is all good to me. And my grandfather used to say grandma was my ace in the hole, or maybe he really meant the church as well. Where the ace even points up on bicycle playing cards, which once again, gambling could come to mind here, and you don't want to gamble. But the ace in the hole could be the church. They're called playing cards, and they're also called bicycle. Maybe regarding in Americanism, get on your bike. What are you doing playing these cards? We're really not gambling here, As I get older, hopefully that is the gospel wisdom behind it. What do you want to sit with us and gamble? You're wrong, kid, or you're making mistakes at this point. We got you, though, because it's all good at the end of the day, right, everybody? So, as I have this ring on, proposing for Christ, for normalcy into our home against all forms of curses, which is why I like this one. This is basically a strict focus against the gluttony curse, against the grimace curse, which means if anybody has an addictive person towards that fast food. Nothing against the chain. If they're training people in gospel, I'm a dead loser there, right? But if it's in gospel, which I imagine why it's still around, then of course, and that could be all in degree again to what people eat as in regards to their way of love and in Christ. I don't know. To me, it's the fast food line for me and possibly our whole family and our faith or whatever it is. I don't know. For me, it's definitely the line. I want you to know you're in an addicting food zone where it's just no good for you at 40 years old. Trust me, I've eaten plenty of it. It's that too, but I need to, So just to relieve the Grimace curse. Once again, grim, forbidding or uninviting. The third definition here is depressing or worrying to consider as an adjective. You can look up what an adjective really is, actually. I mean, enforces a word, right, I think. And humor, even dark humor. Look up adjective. Naming an attribute added, it's an addition, almost like an added material comes to mind here. Let's see. Thank you, Google, again, where I should have a book on this. Yeah. A word or phrase naming an attribute added to grammatically. I skipped that a little bit. Naming an attribute. I should study that a little bit more. Regardless, Grimace, where an ace is really like, wow, almost very trusted. It's my ace. This man or woman's not going to mess up, or this idea, it's rather solid. It's an ace. It's like pretty much our ace. Ace in the hole comes to mind. Where the ace gets pooped on is that it's the playing cards of Bicycle Company are associated with gambling and money, when that's really the gospel and hopefully not what it's about, where you see a lot of sort of almost Catholic or Christian or even religious cross themes within the ace, king, queen, jack ideas. You have the king and the ace, God, the king and the queen, and then it starts trickling down to family. My jacks, my rooks, blah blah blah. That's it. I should cut it off here. Against the curse of the grimace. Pass it on if you have anyone that may need help with gluttony or they are eating too much.